Podcast is going to be about how the policies are formulated under UK system and the stages of formulating policies. So first, let's make sure that we all know the definitions of a policy. A policy outlines what the government ministry hopes to achieve and the methods and the principles they will use to achieve them. It states the goals of the ministry. A policy's document is not a law, but it often identifies new laws needed to achieve its goals. Okay, so now we all know what a policy is. And next, we're gonna take a look at the stages of policy making. There are 5 steps for making a policy, which are: Stage 1. Ruling party conference gives vision, goals, and direction. At this stage, policies are made at the major conference of the ruling party. They are debated and discussed, and the ruling party decides their overall vision, goals, and direction. After this, it goes on to Stage 2. Executive draws up policy on an issue. At this stage, a proposal usually goes through the process called consultation, where people of a variety of types make comments or opinions about it. At this point, the government ministries will draft discussion documents called green bills, and then it goes on to Stage 3. Finalizing a policy. Once a policy has been properly debated, the department and ministry look at the issues and options and draw up a final policy, which is published as a white paper. Bills could be both private and public. Public bills are the bills that will affect the public. So let's focus on this part. Public bills can further be categorized into government bills and private member bills. Due to a lack of supports, private bills rarely get to the very far of the process. On the other hand, since government bills are endorsed by the government, they normally succeed in getting through the parliament. Before these bills are proposed, they're called draft bills. Once they're tabled in the parliament, they're called bills. Stage 4. Passing a law. Bills usually first go to the House of Commons. They will first go through the first reading. At this stage, bills are just simply being read out. Then it goes to a second reading, during which the minister proposing the bills will explain their purposes and answer questions. Then there will be debates. After voting, they'll go to the committee stages of Commons. At this stage, a separated committee of MPs dedicated to the single bill will make detailed inspections of the bill and make changes if necessary. Then, the bill will come back to the House, and it goes to the report stage, which is for the MPs to go through the changes and amendments. Then, in the third reading, the House of Commons votes either for or against the bill. If it's passed, it will go to the House of Lords. In the House of Lords, the members go through the same stages made in the House of Commons. Notice that it is a committee stage. Every member works together instead of letting a little group work on it. After all 5 stages, if any amendments are made, the bill will go back to the House of Commons for approval. At this point, a bill may go between 2 houses for several times, although nowadays, the House of Lords rarely take any actions. After both sides are satisfied, the bill will be sent to the Queen or the King for approval. Usually, it's just a symbolic process, since kings or queens are no longer to take a decisive role in politics. However, there are exceptions happen. Stage 5. Subordinate legislation implementing the law and policy. Once national parliament has passed a law, or a policy has been published, it is up to national and provincial ministries and departments to implement a law and policy. If it is necessary, national and provincial legislatures and local authorities can pass subordinate legislations that gives more detail on matters contained in the original law.